Hi my loves, my name is Bethany and I am the Yogi Witch. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this brand new flow. So today's flow is a 25-minute deep, stretchy, delicious flow, looking at kind of easing some tension, some stress in the body. The ideal flow to practice whenever you need it really. I felt inspired to do this flow because it has been never-ending rain in Pembrokeshire for the past couple of days and I'm feeling a little bit and yeah, I just felt like my body just needed to stretch without any fast movement, without that kind of goal to get towards a peak pose, just to kind of ease it out, find some space, find some peace in the poses and spend 25 minutes just kind of dedicated to me. So you're gonna get yourself as comfortable as possible, putting on odd socks if you need to, getting your leggings, comfy jumper. I've got my incense burning just out of shot. I have my sage, I have everything ready to get myself comfortable, get myself going in this flow. And I will stop talking now because I'm jabbering on. And when you're ready, my darlings, I will meet you back here in just a moment so we can get started. Okay, my darlings, so to begin today's flow, you're going to come straight away into a hero's pose. So sitting back onto your heels, keeping those legs together, and on your inhale, going to bring the shoulders up to the ears and exhale to roll them around, getting yourself comfortable here. Now, if hero's pose isn't in your practice today, then you're simply going to come to any comfortable seated pose that feels good for you. Remember, this is your energy, this is your time. But once you've found your way here, you're going to choose the energy you'd like to welcome in, as always. So if you're in need of some healing, a little bit of positivity, you're going to flip those palms up towards the sky. Start to harness the energy of the sun, of the moon, of the stars. Or if you're in need of balance, you need a strength, then flip those palms into your knees. Start to ground yourself with the earth beneath you. And when we found our pose, we take, as always, a beautiful, nourishing inhale through the nose. And exhale to release it all out, let it go. Any stagnant energy, any negativity, any tension. As we dedicate the next 25 minutes to us and our practice, to our bodies, giving it some TLC. So we're going to work through some deep stretches today, aiming to find some space, aiming to find some peace within the poses. So modifying anything that you need to, using any props that you might like. And we're going to stay here for 5 more breaths. So if you'd like to intensify this pose, then maybe you lift the bum up, tuck the toes under, and start to stretch the bottom of the foot. It is quite a deep stretch. It can be a little bit too much. So if it is, then simply untuck those toes and come back to your regular hero's pose. But maybe you stay in stillness in your hero's pose, or maybe like me, you find a little bit of a shuffle. As we inhale, and as we exhale, blinking the eyes open if they're closed. And on your next inhale, you're going to open these arms all the way to the side, open up this chest, and then find the fingertips behind your back, popping this chest open a little bit more, feeling that arch in the base of the spine. And from here, we inhale, And exhale to forward fold, aiming to bring the top of the head into the mat. The hands float all the way overhead as far as they can go. Maybe the toes are tucked, or maybe they're untucked. Completely depending how you feel. Start to open up these shoulders, holding for 3, for 2, and for 1. Gently release the hands as you bring the body all the way up, and you're going to roll yourself into your tabletop. If those toes are tucked, you're going to give these feet a nice little pat into the mat. Start to just kind of wake them up. Release any tension, any stiffness that might come from these poses. Beautiful. And then from our tabletop, we're immediately going to slide the left hand forward, and we're going to thread the right arm all the way underneath, coming into our thread the needle. Now maybe you stay here if this is enough for you, or maybe you extend that left leg. Oh, stiffness in my legs. Bringing the foot to the mat and start to open up the hips on the left hand side. If you want to go further than this left hand wraps all the way behind the back, maybe touching that right thigh. Finding peace in this pose, it is quite intense. Beautiful. And keeping the leg exactly where it is, you're going to bring the left hand back to the mat, slide the body up, and from here we walk these hands back to the knees. Inhale to lift the body. Exhale, left hand slides against that left leg, moving over with this right hand, open up the side of the body. So we don't want this arm to fall in front, we want to lift it up. Take the gaze to the sky as we inhale. Beautiful. Exhale, hands come back to the mat, and from here we slide this left leg all the way behind us. Pivot these right toes over to the right hand side of the mat, and we lift the body up, so creating a long line of energy from that middle finger all the way down to those toes. Now maybe you keep these toes on the mat for a little bit of balance, or maybe you lift them up, really opening up the side body. If you want to go even further, depending how your body feels today, you can bend this leg, find the foot, and open up these hips here, taking that gaze all the way to the sky. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, yes, and for 1, release both the hand and the knee back into this mat, and immediately slide the right hand forward, thread the left hand all the way underneath, coming into our thread the needle on the opposite side. And again, maybe you stay here, or maybe you extend this right foot, get a gorgeous stretch of the hip, and maybe you wrap this right arm behind the back to touch this left thigh. It's an intense pose, so again, find some peace here. Beautiful. As you inhale, exhale, keep the right leg exactly where it is. Right hand comes back to the mat, and we walk this body all the way back to the knees. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, right hand slides against this right leg. Open up the side of the body. Keeping that breath nice and steady here as we inhale. Exhale, release the hands to the mat. Slide this right leg down, and we're going to pivot the left toes over to the left hand side of our mat, opening up into that side body, so feeling a gorgeous long line of energy, top of the middle finger to the top of the toes. Maybe you stay here, Maybe you find a little bit of balance. Maybe you find that leg and open all the way up. Gaze to the sky for 5, for 4, for 3. Beautiful. For 2. Yes. For 1, release the hand. Release the knee all the way to the mat. And from here, you're going to walk those hands a little bit forward, drop the hips down, and find your way to your Sphinx pose, only very briefly to get a little bit more stretch in those legs. So if you were in your Sphinx pose with those elbows stacked underneath the shoulders, toes point to either corner of the mat, and this is intense enough for you, then I invite you to stay here. Or depending how you feel, maybe you slide that right hand into the center of the mat, bend this left leg, and once you find that foot, you're going to guide it back in the direction of the hips. Now remembering it doesn't have to look like mine, maybe you stay here. The goal is to feel that stretch. So staying where you feel good. Beautiful. As we inhale. Exhale, release those toes down and switch sides. So left hand comes into the mat, right hand finds that right foot and guide this foot back in the direction of those hamstrings. As we inhale, my loves. Yes, exhale to roll that leg back to the mat. Hands come to touch and you simply lower the spine all the way down. Giving those hips a little bit of a wiggle just to disperse the energy. And when you're ready, forehead comes low, hands next to the chest. On your inhale, roll back the shoulders, keep the elbows bent, hips low. Inhale to cobra. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, roll to cobra. Yes, exhale, lower all the way down. One more time. Inhale, all the way to cobra. Before you extend those arms to your upward dog, bend those knees. And we're going to send those hip bones nice and high to the sky. Come into your down dog. So starting to pedal out your down dog here as if you were riding a bike. Bending one knee, bending another. Not staying here too long, just coming for some gorgeous twists. So bringing those toes, bringing those legs to touch. You're going to bend those knees, send the knees over to the right hand side, hips go over to the left. Inhale into the center, knees go over to the left, hips over to the right. Yes, bring it back into the center, and from here, lower those knees all the way to the mat, cross the ankles, and move to a seated position. So sitting on those hip bones, moving that deliciousness out of the way. On your inhale, we reach those arms all the way to the sky. Exhale to twist to the left-hand side, so right hand on this left knee. Keep that spine lovely and tall. We don't want to find a slouch here. We want to find a twist. Beautiful. We inhale, hands come to the sky. Exhale, take this twist to the other side. Again, find that long line of energy. Inhale, those hands come all the way to the sky. Exhale, I'm gonna bring these knees together now, and we're gonna hug these knees nice and close, hugging so much that maybe those hands go underneath your thighs, maybe they grip the leggings. But when you're ready, we inhale to lift that chest, and on your exhale, you're gonna flex those feet and begin to forward fold. And from here, we're gonna start to explore our mobility, a little bit of a deep stretch, not forcing the body to go where it wants. We're gonna allow those heels to slide as far as it feels comfortable to us. Keep holding those legs. And then when you feel comfortable, you simply release the hands to the mat, flexing those feet as you slide those legs nice and straight. So it doesn't matter if you're up here with me, maybe you're lying all the way down. We're not going to grab the feet today. We want to work with this kind of mobility, this natural mobility in the body. So as you inhale, you lift that chest. As you exhale, you pivot from those hips. Hands are simply down by your side. Five more breaths here, seeing how far you can go. Beautiful as you inhale. And exhale, the head is the last one to come up as you roll the body all the way up. Placing the hands into the mat, bending those knees so the feet come into the mat. We're just going to move to our reverse tabletop just to open up the spine. Now, if you have reverse plank, you're welcome to take that, or you can follow me with reverse tabletop. So when you're ready, we inhale, push into the feet, lift those hip bones up, head comes back for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, yes, and for 1. Sliding those hips closer to the heels. You're going to roll the body all the way back into the mat. Hug these knees nice and close as you take a few rocks from side to side. So today is just a quick little deep full body stretch. The perfect flow to do if you feel you're in a little bit of a slump, before or after, or a yoga flow, a workout, etc., etc., whenever you feel good. It's the ideal flow for any time. And then from here, let's move to a deep spinal twist. So hugging this left knee nice and close, the right leg can relax all the way to the mat. From here, we inhale to hug this knee close. Exhale, guide it across the body. And I'm gonna bring that knee as far over to the other side as possible. Now, we don't want both our shoulders off the mat. We wanna aim to keep both shoulders down. So maybe extending the left arm into a T shape here. Gaze goes over to the left-hand side. Inhale to bring it into the center again. Hug this leg nice and close and maybe you begin to extend it. Getting a gorgeous little stretch as you point those toes. Hug, hug, hug. Beautiful, relax. The left leg down, bend the right knee into the chest. First we hug it nice and close to us. And then left hand comes on this right knee, guide it over to the left hand side. Gaze goes over to the right. Aiming to keep both shoulders on the mat here. Beautiful, bring it back into the center, hugging this knee nice and close as once more we begin to extend the leg to the sky. Hug this knee nice and close, point those toes to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, beautiful. Relax the legs next to each other and on that inhale, arms come overhead. Give ourselves a beautiful full body stretch here. As if you've just woken up out of a deep sleep. And from here, we're going to walk those hands and those feet over to the left-hand side, creating almost like a banana shape or a strange kind of C shape on the mat. Open up the side body a little bit more. Inhale back into the center. exhale over to the right hand side. So open up again this side of the body. Inhale into the center, release the arms down by your side, taking a few circles of those wrists, bending the knees, maybe allow them to roll from side to side. Any final movements that feels good to you. And from here, you're going to shuffle your body into a comfortable Shavasana, so allowing those legs to hang heavy, toes fall off to the outside. Arms come as wide as you feel comfortable. Claim that space, the sacred space of your mat, of your area, maybe outside, the living room, the bedroom, etc. Then you're going to sigh your way into your Shavasana, letting any tension go within the body. Checking in with how you're feeling with yourself now in comparison to how you felt earlier. And as this is simply a short, little, small, delicious, deep full body stretch, how many times can I say that in the flow? I'm gonna leave you here in your Shavasana. So inviting you to stay here for as long as you like. Let the body hang heavy, maybe grab yourself a blanket, a pillow, etc. But sending so much love and so much magic from my mat to yours, and I hope you enjoyed today's flow. And I look forward to seeing you again, my loves. I'll see you later.